This is day 2 of having my children taken away from me. I did my first video call with them on Zoom, which the judge ordered to be recorded. So I have the full recording of it as well, 45 minutes. The reason it was 45 minutes is because their father told them that was enough and they needed to stop. It was very difficult to do and to act happy, to not have honest questions for your kids as to why they can't see you or why they can't see mom. My son was really upset. He's too young, I think, to know to hold it together because someone else is watching. Their dad was there the whole time, and my daughter kind of was like, the funny thing, not funny, none of this is funny, but my son kept saying, tell Ryan you're going to see us. Tell Ryan. And I wanted to be like, well, you're not calling him dad? Like, you don't think of him as your dad? At one point, Skylar, my son, was so upset and acting out, hitting and kicking his sister, crying to see me, that their dad took him out of the room. And my daughter pulled up a whiteboard and wrote, "Dad is sus." And I kind of made a smirk, and she said, "I'm being serious." And then when he walked back into the room, she said, "Oh, he's coming back." And she quickly tried to scribble over it. And I told her there was an X button where she could close it. She also asked if I texted her, which was her way of asking if she could text me on her phone. And I said I did, because I had texted her, "I love you," on Wednesday, because I was supposed to pick her up from school and I never got to. So I wanted to just text her, "I love you," figuring at some point she'd see it. And she said that there's a babysitter coming tonight that they've never met, but her phone's charging and she'll be able to talk to me about real things because she'll be able to use her phone once her dad is gone. He usually takes her phone from her and won't let her use it because she's used it to call me for help before. It was really hard to hug my kids like this. I held them like this when they were crying. At the end, when he said that they had to go, that it was, quote, enough, my daughter started crying. She tried really hard to hold it together in front of him. She knew she was being listened to. This was my daughter who reported fear of retaliation, and she was crying at the end. When he said, "You'll talk to mom again on Wednesday," they were like, "Why Wednesday?" They kept asking why they can't see me or to do something about it. They were like, "Talk to Ryan." And I said, "Mom and dad are working really hard to figure something out," or to, I forget what I said. "Mom and dad are working really hard to figure it out," or something, to figure out a plan, or I don't know. But mom and dad are working really hard is what I said. Because I didn't want to make them feel like their dad did it, even though they know I wouldn't choose to not see them. But I wanted them to at least make it seem like we were working together to fix something, or I don't know, that if they were upset, we would work together to fix it. I had so much anxiety about talking to my own children, not because I was afraid to talk to them, but because being separated from your children kind of feels like you're underwater and can't breathe. It's like your life force has been taken from you. And I don't mean like, as a parent when you need a break, when they're at their grandparents' house, or, because I always loved a little break too, but it's completely different when you can't see them, but you should see them. and they need you and you can't hug them or give them a kiss or tell them the real reason that their mother can't see them, because I obviously can't share with them what's going on. I know that my daughter couldn't talk to me freely. He was there the entire time. I had to ask him to stop. I said it nicely, but I was like, would it be possible if, I could just have the time with the kids? Because he kept interjecting and talking and was right out of earshot. I really hope my son doesn't get in trouble for crying. I hope my daughter doesn't get in trouble for crying. It also hurts inside, though I wanted to see my children, and Zoom is all I have. But to see them on Zoom when I can't see them in person, it didn't make me feel better. It made me feel sick inside, like I have a hole right here. Right here, like I've been shot through the heart. I know my heart's probably up here, but it's right here. I know that they know that I would be there right now if I could. And when my son asked me to come right now, he knows I would if I could. I know that they won't forget that. I will bring my children home. This is day 2 of having my children taken from me from Suffolk County Probate.